So, good morning, and we continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. The Torah tells us in the beginning of chapter 5 of here in Parshat Naso. God says, Sabbat b'nei Yisrael, command the children of Israel, B'yishalchu min hamachaneh, kol tzarua, v'chol zav, v'chol tamei lanefesh, that they shall send out of the camp anyone who had sarat, which we call leprosy, anyone for the other flows that would make you tamei, or anything else that makes you tamei. Mizachar anakebat shalechu, for man and woman you should send out. El michutz lamachaneh teshalchum, to the outskirts of the camp you shall send them out. V'lo yitamu et machanehem asher ani shochem b'tocham, and they shall not make tamei, ritually impure, their camp in which I live, or the camp where I live amongst them. Vayasu chem b'nei Yisrael, and indeed the children of Israel did thus. Vayishalchu otam mechutz lamachaneh, and they sent them out of the camp. Kasher diber Adonai Moshe, ken asu b'nei Yisrael, just as God said to Moshe, so did the children of Israel. And we're told, as the Mefarshim point out, that these extra words here tell us that the people complied readily. It wasn't simply they're thrown out and they're against their will, but the people who were tamei for all these different reasons, again, tamei being ritually impure, they accepted it and went out of the camp. Most of these people, we understand, are not people who are tamei for very long. It's a bit of time, and then they will be coming back. So what you have here in the parasha is all the stuff that we learned about in Sefer Vayikra, especially in Parshat Tazria and Metzora, right, where we talk about who's in and who's out of the camp, and for periods of time and in different circumstances. They were all discussed as halachic ideas, but we're not going to really carry them out, are we? And the answer is we will carry them out. Because here in the beginning of Bamidbar, we're being told about setting up the encampment. And if we had, at the end of the book of Shemot, finally erected the Mishkan, in the book of Vayikra, we talk about the laws that would go along with it. Here in Bamidbar, we actually talk about, okay, the Mishkan is up, and how are we living? So we talk about setting up the encampment and all the, how all the different tribes positioned round about the holy area where the Levium are, and then in the center is the Mishkan. And so, it will have to be put into place, and it is at this early part of the second year in the wilderness. And as we're told, people comply because they recognize we do want the machaneh, we do want the encampment to be the one in which God will dwell amongst us, and He can't dwell. God cannot dwell if those who are tamei are in places they're not supposed to be. Right? Not everyone has to be outside. Now there's another time who has to be outside of which encampments. Each might have different categories to them, but we need to follow the structure so that we can have God dwell amongst us. And those who are tameim, those who are ritually impure, will come back in as soon as they can and rejoin the Jewish people with God at our center. Wishing you all a good day.